Good morning, class. Let us study a new lesson from science, that is animal life. This is your sixth lesson. You are a living thing. All the human beings are living. What do you think are the difference between you and a plant? You and an animal? So, what do you think you are, an animal or a plant? And why? Are you an animal or a plant? So, in this lesson, you will be able to understand the different eating habits of animals. You will be able to recognize how the bodies of animals are suited to their environment or to their surroundings, and you will understand the different kinds of breathing and movements observed in animals. And you will study about some of the animals or the birds which travel long distances and why do they do so. So let us begin the lesson animal life. You all have seen animals, different types of pet animals or the wild animals in the zoo or in the television. So there are millions of different types of animals that live on earth. Have you all heard about amoeba? It is a small, tiny organism, single celled organism, and it cannot be seen as it is with our naked eyes. We have to use the instrument called the microscope. Whereas the blue whale are huge and many times the size of an elephant. It is bigger than the elephant and many times the size of an elephant. So, in this world or in the nature, we see very small organisms as well as very huge, big animals also. If we think about the animals that live in different kinds of surroundings, they may be found in the forest or in the river or in seas or ponds or deserts or in the mountains or in snow covered areas, air, and even in our homes. The surrounding in which a living organism lives and survives is called as habitat. What do you mean by habitat? A place where an animal or an organism lives is called as habitat. Animals have different features that help them to survive in their specific habitat. That means they adapt themselves to suit for the particular habitat in which they live. They get adjusted to the environment or the surrounding in which they live. Different body coverings. So let us study about the body covering of different animals. In order to sustain to the weather condition or the climatic condition in a place, the animals adapt themselves to the particular habitat in which they live. So their body will have some special features in order to survive in that particular habitat. You might have seen the snail or the turtles and tortoise. So these have shells on their body in order to protect their soft bodies. So if we see the fish and the reptiles, they have scales on their body to protect them. The reptiles like snakes have hard leathery scales, whereas fish have thin scales. You all know about the birds. Birds are covered with feathers, different attractive colored feathers. So these feathers will keep them warm and they will help them to fly also. Then mammals have hair on their body All the big animals will have hair on their body, and the type of hair also depends on the type of animal and the place in which they live. For example, you might have seen or heard about polar bear. Have you all seen in the TV the polar bear? Yes, it has got thick hair and it is known as the fur. Many sheeps also, they will have thick fur on their body which will protect them from the extreme cold climate. So animals are adapted in such a way that they can adapt themselves, they can survive themselves in particular habitat. So they have different body coverings also. Let us study the eating habits of different animals. Different animals will eat different kinds of food in order to stay alive, in order to survive. Each animal will have different eating habits or food habits. And you must understand that the mouth parts of animals are adapted to the kind of food they eat. According to their food habits, the mouth parts of the animals, their teeth, are adapted to suit the particular kind of food they eat. As I said, the animals are of three types: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Let us see about the herbivores. What are herbivores? Animals such as cow, sheep, goat, zebra, and horse eat only the plants. So these animals are called as herbivores. And if we think about their teeth, they have sharp front teeth in order to cut or bite the plants. They have large flat back teeth in order to grind the food. Animals that eat other animals. Those animals which will eat the flesh of other animals are called as carnivores. So it may be like lion, wolf, frog, lizard, snake, eagle, and so on. Lion and tigers and other meat eating animals have sharp pointed front teeth in order to tear the food and strong back teeth to chew the flesh and bones of other animals. Can you see the picture here of a lion? See the teeth here. The front teeth is pointed in order to tear the food, and the back teeth are very strong in order to chew the flesh and also the bones of other animals. Eagles and owls have sharp, strong claws in order to catch small animals like rats, and they have sharp hooked beaks in order to tear the flesh. See the beak here? Beak of an eagle. It is very sharp and pointed also. Frogs and lizards have a long sticky tongue which help them to catch their prey very easily. The tongue is very sticky. So as they catch the prey will stick to their tongue. So it can catch the prey easily, catch other insects easily. Some snakes have hundreds of backward facing teeth which help them to swallow their prey. You might have seen in the TV, snakes will swallow their prey or other small animals. In case of snake, they have detachable jaw which can be detached so that it helps them to swallow their prey that is very bigger than their mouth also. If the prey is very bigger, it can swallow the prey very easily since They have detachable jaw. The jaw can be detached from the fixed point, and it can open its mouth bigger so that it can swallow the prey easily. Animals that eat both plants and other animals. So you might have seen the duck or the bear or human beings, for example. They eat both the plants and animals also. These animals which will eat the flesh of other animals, or they eat both animals also as well as the plant products also. So these animals are known to be omnivores. Fowls, that means maybe chicks, will eat grains and worms. Humans eat both vegetables and meat. So all these are the examples of omnivorous animals. We have already studied about the body coverings of different animals and the eating habits of different animals. So let us go through the methods of breathing in animals. All the animals will breathe continuously in order to stay alive. So, oxygen from the inhaled air is used to release the energy from the food, whatever they eat. And carbon dioxide is breathed out during exhalation. Breathing out is known as exhalation. Breathing in is known as inhalation. Some animals will breathe through their lungs. We human beings or the birds and the reptiles will breathe through their lungs. All these animals have two lungs which are connected by a breathing tube to the nostrils. What do you mean by nostrils? Nostrils are the breathing holes which are found in the nose. So the nostrils are connected to the lungs, and we take in, or mammals or the birds and the reptiles take in the air rich in oxygen and they breathe through their lungs. The air is breathed in through the nostrils and it fills the lungs. During inhalation, when air is taken in, the lungs will expand, it will enlarge. Then the lungs will exchange the oxygen in the inhaled air with the carbon dioxide that is produced in the body. Again, the air is breathed out through the nostrils. See to the picture here, breathing in is inhalation. Breathing out is exhalation. When you inhale, what will happen? The lungs will expand. So, there is enlargement of the chest during inhalation. During exhalation, when carbon dioxide is moving out of the body, when it is moved out through the nostrils, the chest becomes small, the lungs becomes small, it will contract. So, can you see the chest has become small here? So, that is the difference between inhalation and exhalation. Due to the movement of the lungs, we inhale and we exhale. Some animals will breathe through the moist skin. You might have seen earthworm or frog. It has got moist skin. So the earthworm will breathe through its moist skin. So oxygen will go in and carbon dioxide will come out of the skin itself. When the frog is in water, it will breathe through its skin only. Whereas when the frog is on land, it will breathe through its lungs. So now you have to understand that earthworm will breathe through its skin and frog will breathe through its skin also as well as through its lungs also. Some animals will breathe through body holes. There will be small tiny holes in the body of insects. So insects will breathe through this tiny holes which are known as the spiracles. Okay, can you see the grasshopper here, the picture of a grasshopper, and there will be small tiny holes in their body which are known as spiracles, and through these spiracles the insects will breathe. The air that enters through the spiracles will reach all the parts through small tube-like structures known as the breathing tubes. So as the air enters through these small holes, it will reach to the parts of the body by tube-like structures which is present inside the body. So these insects will have breathing tubes and spiracles for breathing purpose. Some animals will breathe through their gills. You might have seen fish, tadpoles, prawns. These animals live in water and they take the air that is dissolved in water. In order to take the oxygen that is dissolved in water, they have gills instead of lungs. They have gills. All the fishes, tadpoles have gills for breathing. They will take in water through their mouth. As the water passes over the gills, then the oxygen that is dissolved in water is taken in. It is used and carbon dioxide is given out. Once again, to recall about the terms, whatever we have studied in this lesson, we have studied about the body coverings of different animals. In order to suit for the particular environment in which the animals live, different animals will have different body coverings. It may be shells or scales or feathers, or it may be hair. In order to protect themselves from the environment or the surroundings in which they live, or in order to protect their soft body, these animals will have different types of body coverings. Next, we have studied about the food habits of animals. Animals are of three types according to their food habits. They are herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Herbivores animals are the animals which will eat only the plants. For example, deer or a cow. Carnivores animals are the animals which will eat the flesh of other animals. They will kill the other animals and they will eat the flesh of other animals. For example, we have tiger, lion. The next group is the omnivore. We human beings come under omnivore, since we eat both the meat as well as the food from the plants. So all the animals which eat both the plant products as well as the flesh of other animals are known as omnivores. It includes cat, dog as well as human beings also. Next, we have studied the breathing habits of animals, or the organs are different in case of different animals which they use to breathe. According to their habitat in which they live or according to their body structure, different animals have different breathing organs. Some animals breathe through their skin, for example, earthworm. Some animals have lungs for breathing. Some animals have spiracles like the insects. Some animals have gills instead of lungs. Hope all have understood the lesson. Yes.